Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I will discuss projectile in detail. Now what is projectile? Projectile is anything which performs two-dimensional motion having no force of its own. For example, a ball thrown upward in the air, and here it covers distance in both directions, in x direction and in y direction. So this ball is known as projectile, and the path followed by this projectile is known as trajectory. In projectile, three equations of motion splits into two components, x component and y component. And first equation of motion is Vf is equal to Vi plus At. Here Vf is represented by V and Vi is represented by V0. So V is equal to V0 plus At. In component form, Vxi unit vector plus Vyj unit vector is equal to V0 xi unit vector plus V0 yj unit vector plus Axti unit vector plus Aytj unit vector. Now Vxi unit vector plus Vyj unit vector is equal to V0 x plus Ax into t into I unit vector plus V0 y plus Ay into t into j unit vector. By coefficient of I unit vector and j unit vector, Vx is equal to V0 x plus Ax into t and Vy is equal to V0 y plus Ay into t. So similarly, second equation of motion, which is S is equal to V square V0 t plus half At square. So S component of displacement is represented by x and y component is represented by y. So x is equal to V0 t V0 x t plus half Ax t square, and y is equal to V0 yt plus half Ay t square. And third equation of motion is 2ax into x is equal to Vx square minus V0 x square, and 2ay into y is equal to Vy square minus V0 y square. As we have obtained 6 equations from 3 equations. Now here no force is acting along x-axis, so Fx is equal to 0, and F is ma, so Max is equal to 0. So Ax is equal to 0 divided by m, so Ax is equal to 0. Ax is 0, and the force which is acting along y-axis is mass of the body, and it is opposite to y-axis. And so May is equal to minus mg. So Ay is equal to minus g, and V0 x is equal to V0 cos theta, and V0 y is equal to V0 sin theta. By putting these 4 values in these equations, Vx is equal to V0 cos theta plus 0 into t. So Vx is equal to V0 cos theta. Let this equation A. Y component of first equation is Vy is equal to V naught y plus Ay into t. So Vy is equal to V naught sin theta minus plus minus g into t. So Vy is equal to V naught sin theta minus gt. Let this equation be. And second x component of second equation is x is equal to V naught xt plus half ax into t square. So x is equal to V naught t into cos theta plus 1 divided by 2 into 0 into t square. So x is equal to V naught t cos theta plus 0. So x is equal to V naught t into cos theta. Let this equation C. X is equal to V naught t cos theta. And y component of second equation is y is equal to V naught y t into t plus half ay t square. So y is equal to V naught t sin theta plus 1 divided by 2 into minus g into t square. So y is equal to V naught t sin theta minus gt minus half gt square. Let this equation D. Equation D is y is equal to V naught t sin theta minus half gt square. And s component of third equation is 2ax into x is equal to vx square minus v naught x square. So 2 into 0 into x is equal to vx square minus v naught x square. So 0 is equal to vx square minus v naught x square. So vx square is equal to v naught x square. Here by taking square root both sides, vx is equal to v naught x, and so vx is equal to v naught cos theta. As this equation A, vx is equal to v naught cos theta, and vx, this equation are equal, so we write only one equation. Equation A. And y component of second equation is 2ay into y is equal to v naught y into vy square minus v naught y square. So 2 into minus g into y is equal to vy square minus v naught y square. So minus 2g y is equal to vy square minus v naught y square. Let this equation E. Equation E is minus 2gy is equal to vy square minus v naught y square. As we have obtained first equation. So the second topic is instantaneous velocity of a projectile. The instantaneous velocity is the velocity at any instant. An instantaneous velocity of a projectile can be found with the help of Pythagoras theorem, which is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square root. This is Pythagoras theorem. And to find the instantaneous velocity of a projectile, as this is Vx and this is Vy, so this is V, and we have to find V. So V is equal to Vx square plus Vy square root. By putting the values of Vx and Vy in this equation from here, we will get the instantaneous velocity of the projectile. Vx is V0 cos theta, so V0 cos theta square plus Vy square is V0 sin theta minus gt square. So V is equal to V0 square cos square theta plus V0 square sin square theta minus g square t square minus 2gt into V0 sin theta. So V is equal to V0 square into cos square theta plus sin square theta plus g square t square minus 2V0 sin theta into gt square root. V is equal to V0 square and cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, so into 1 plus minus g square t plus g square t square minus 2V0 sin theta into gt. So V is equal to V0 square plus g square t square minus 2V0 sin theta into gt square root. This is the instantaneous velocity of the projectile. With the help of this equation, we can find the magnitude of the instantaneous velocity and direction with the help of this equation. By putting value of Vx and Vy in this equation, we will get the direction of the instantaneous velocity. The second topic is trajectory of a projectile. The trajectory of a projectile is the path followed by the projectile is known as trajectory. This is the path followed by the projectile, so this is known as trajectory of the projectile. And to find trajectory, as x is equal to V0 cos theta into t, So from this equation, t is equal to x divided by v naught cos theta, and y is equal to v naught t sin theta minus 1 divided by 2 gt square. By putting the value of t in this equation, y is equal to v naught sin theta into x divided by v naught cos theta, and minus 1 divided by 2g into x divided by v naught cos theta whole square. So y is equal to v naught into x into sin theta divided by cos theta minus half x minus x into g minus x square into g divided by 2 v naught square cos square theta. So y is equal to x into tangent theta minus x square into g divided by 2 v naught square cos square theta. So y is equal to ax minus bx square, where a is equal to tangent theta and b is equal to g divided by 2 v naught square cos square theta. As this is the equation of parabola, so we say that the trajectory of the projectile is parabolic. The second topic is time taken to reach the maximum height. Time taken to reach the maximum height as Vy is equal to 0. At maximum height, Vy will be 0 because there is no motion along y-axis, and t will be time taken to reach the maximum height if Vy is equal to 0. So as Vy is equal to v naught sin theta minus gt, and if Vy is 0, then v naught 0 is equal to v naught sin theta minus g into t. So gt is equal to v naught sin theta. So t is equal to v naught sin theta divided by g. This is the time taken to reach the maximum height. The second topic is maximum height. Here, if t is time taken to reach the maximum height, then y will be maximum height. Now, as y is equal to v naught t sin theta minus 1 divided by 2 g t square minus 1 divided by 2 gt square, and if t is time taken to reach the maximum height, then y will be h maximum height. Maximum height is the distance covered by projectile along y-axis. So h maximum is equal to v naught sin theta, and putting the value of t, which is v naught sin theta V naught sin theta divided by g into minus 1 divided by 2g into V naught sin theta divided by g square. So H maximum is equal to V naught square sin square theta divided by g minus 1 divided by 2 g into V naught square sin square theta divided by g square. So H maximum is equal to V naught square sin square theta minus 1 divided by 2 V naught square sin square theta divided by g. So H maximum is equal to V naught square sin square theta divided by g. Common V naught square sin square theta divided by g. So 1 minus 1 divided by 2. V naught square sin square theta divided by g into 1 minus 1 divided by 2. So H maximum is equal to V naught square sin square theta divided by g into 1 divided by 2. So H maximum is equal to V naught square sin square theta divided by 2g. This is maximum height of the projectile. With the help of this equation, we can find the maximum height of the projectile. The second topic is time of flight. Here, the time of flight means the time for which the projectile remains in the air. Here, in this time, projectile reaches its maximum height from the ground and then reaches to the ground. So this time is known as T up and this is T down. The time in which the projectile reaches its maximum height is known as T up, and the time for which the projectile reaches to ground is known as T down. So and time of flight is the time for which the projectile remains in the air. So T prime, and it is represented by T prime. So T prime is equal to T up plus T down. So T prime is equal to, and T up plus T down are equal. So T up is equal to T down. So T prime is equal to 2T up, and T up means time taken to reach the maximum height. So T prime is equal to 2 into V naught sin theta divided by g. So T prime is equal to 2 V naught sin theta divided by g. This is time of flight of the projectile. The another topic is range of the projectile. Here, the range of the projectile is the distance covered by the projectile along x-axis. Here, this is time of flight, and this is the range of the projectile, which is x. Range of the projectile is the distance covered by the projectile along x-axis, and if t is the time of flight, then x will be the range of the projectile. This x will be range of the projectile, and x is equal to V naught cos theta into t, and V naught cos theta. If this t is time of flight, then x will be range of the projectile. So range of projectile is equal to V naught cos theta, and time of flight is 2 V naught sin theta divided by g. So r is equal to V naught 2 V naught square divided by g into sin theta into cos theta, and sin alpha plus beta is equal to sin alpha cos beta plus sin beta and cos alpha, and sin into, as alpha and beta are theta and both are equal, so theta plus theta is equal to sin theta cos theta plus sin theta cos into cos theta. So sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. This is trigonometric identity. This is trigonometric identity. So this is sin 2 theta. R is equal to 2 V naught square sin 2 theta divided by g. This is the range of the projectile, and we can also use this equation. Here R will be maximum if sin 2 theta is maximum, and maximum value of sin 2 theta is 1. And sin 2 theta is equal to 90. Sin 90. 1 is sin is equal to sin 90. So 2 theta is equal to 90. So theta is equal to 45. If this angle is 45, then sin 2 theta will be maximum, and if sin 2 theta is maximum, then range of the projectile R will be maximum. So R is equal to 2 V naught square divided by G. This is maximum value of the R. Now what is the relationship between range of the projectile and height, maximum height of the projectile? Now, what is the relationship between range and height? Here, let R divide H. Relationship between range and height. Range is what is the relationship between range and height? So R divided by H is equal to 2 V naught sin theta cos theta divided by g divided by v naught square sin square theta divided by 2g. So r divided by h is equal to r divided by h is equal to 2 v naught square sin theta cos theta divided by g into 2g divided by v naught square sin square theta. So r divided by h is equal to 2 into 2 4 into cos theta divided by sin theta. So r divided by h is equal to 4 into cotangent theta. So r is equal to 4h into cotangent theta, and if cotangent theta is maximum, then r is equal to 4h. This is the relationship between the range and height. Thanks.